Hello guys, haven't seen you in a while. It's the Atmosphere Changers. I'm Ward, this is my wife, Lady A. Ward, and we have a beautiful couple with us today. We have Bo Griffin and his lovely wife, Deborah Griffin. Today we're going to be talking about, should you test the waters before you get married? What does that mean? Should you have sex before you say, I do? Honey, what's your take on it?
So you want to start with me first?
Oh, you know I was coming.
Okay. Hey, that's a really deep subject. Let me see how I want to come at this. Should you test the waters before you get married?
Wait, before you get started, because I want the truth, let me pour everybody a little wine.
Okay.
A little truth serve?
A little truth, yeah.
That's what they say. You get them drinking, you get them talking, right? The truth really comes out.
This will get everybody to tell the truth. And you know the
That's a
atmosphere
lie.
changes. Well, we really want the truth. I give me and Bo just a little bit.
Really?
Give y'all a lot. See, because me and Bo, we don't need much to tell the truth, do we?
Yeah, you do.
Now guys, come on. Tell the truth. It don't take much for us to tell the truth. You know what? I am lying and I know I'm lying. And I want to apologize to you right now.
I was getting ready to say, that's a lie from the pit of hell. I know better.
Right.
Y'all go to y'all grave not telling the truth.
Right. So as far as with me, oh gosh, how do I want to deal with this? Should you test the waters? So the situation that I am in, because I was brought up in the church, the right way that I was told was the proper way. You should be married before you, before you have sex.
Did you do that?
No.
Did you wear a white dress in your wedding?
Huh?
Did you wear a white dress?
I sure did. Yes, I did. My issue is, because I've been married before, that is a very important part for me, because I am high sexual. You know, my libido is, it's always been like high or whatever, however you want to call it. So that is one of the most important part for me. I don't want to get into a relationship and
The sex ain't no good.
right, and I'm like, because I know me, we're gonna have some issues. We're gonna have some issues. I don't know. It's a touchy subject. It's just real touchy. Should you test the waters? I would say, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
Well, let me say what I want to say about that. The old Deborah, yes, I want to test it. But I'm not going to test it right off the bat when we first started dating.
Yeah.
I did the 3-month thing.
Yeah.
The new Deborah, I wouldn't have done. I would have never had sex.
That's because.
Now, why would you say that?
Because the maturity of what I've been through and what I know now, I would have rather waited. Because the things that I've been through in past relationships have caused damage within my marriage right now. So I could see the things that has happened that I did in the past that has affected my relationship now. So, and then with the growth process that I'm going through, with the walk and trying to learn about me and what's going on in my life, I'm finding out some of those things that I've done has affected this relationship by being in a relationship or having sex before marriage, or even just having sex with whomever. I wished I'd never done that.
All right, so my thing is, okay, that's fine. So you said where you are now, you would wait.
Yeah.
So what happens if you get into, okay, so you get married, you waited, you haven't done anything. And so now you get with, this person, and I'm not talking about him right now, we're just using this as example.
Right.
So you get with this person, and the sex is not good, it's like it's boring. How would you deal with that? What would you do? Because you said that you would wait, so you get with this person and then, you guys are married, what would you do after that? If it's not good for you?
That's a good question.
They ain't getting married without it.
Well, part of
I
a
need to know.
relationship, you're supposed to build. And so that should be something that you and him should be able to talk about. And talk about those struggles or problems within that marriage that's causing you to feel the way you are. And what kind of things can we do to enhance or make this better? Now, if you're talking about somebody that just has no, I don't want to say the word, but I mean,
No
everybody
size, we'll say that.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. But if that person, if that person has the potential to be able to be, everybody can, not necessarily, I don't want to use trained, but y'all should be able to do some things to enhance, to make things better.
No.
Right. I agree with you, Dad.
People don't listen. People don't listen. People don't change. People stuck in their ways. People are not open-minded sexually.
You don't think so?
I know so. People ain't open-minded. People ain't adventurous. There's guys today that's trying to stick everything moving and ain't bust down great. Can't satisfy nobody.
Well, yeah, but that's because
There's
that's
couples and
selfishness.
husband and wife, and she telling him all, do this, do that, or I want this. He can't do it. There are so many men that's just stuck. They just one way, and that's all they know.
When you say they can't do it, is it? Now we're middle-aged people. We're in our early 50s. Well, Deborah, have you hit 50 yet? Well, she's in her 40s.
No, I'm not 50
Talk
yet.
about age.
Speak to yourself.
This do have something to do with it.
Right, you're not supposed to tell your age. When we do that?
What's that got to do with
God.
anything?
It do have something to do with it because
It does not.
yes, it do.
Are you saying the age has something to do with sex?
Yes.
No, it does not.
Yes, it
It
does.
does not.
How is
I
that?
just sit here and I said that the age that I am, since you done told everybody how old we are, my libido is not low. So because I've reached a low, because I've reached into my 50s now, my libido is just as high as it was at the beginning.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, well,
I'm talking about
explain what you're talking
as people age, different things happen. People get diabetes. There's such thing, as we age with men, our testosterone don't what's the word I want to use? It's not.
It's low.
Yeah, it's lower.
Okay.
So there's things
Well, that can happen to a woman too.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, but most people ain't getting married at this age, so where are you going with this?
Let him explain himself.
Right. What I'm saying is, what I was really wanting to say is, sex, which I agree with her, sex should not be the reason we get married. Because we can, like she said, we can work to enhance sex.
No.
I don't think we said that that's the reason why we were getting married.
And lots of men do get married for sex. Then they crying to mama, she can't cook. She don't keep a clean house. You knew that when you married her. You knew that the first night you took her home from the club and her house was nasty. And you married her
Your
anyway.
house was clean. Thank you, honey.
I'm a clean person.
Now that's interesting that you stated that. Now, not to switch the subject, but was that a deal breaker for you? If
What?
she was a nasty person?
I can't do that. I can't do that. Cause
What if she can't cook, can't boil water?
I can't do it.
So, okay. So what are the main things that you look for in a woman? What are your main? What is the number one thing that person has to have?
Well, with me, I have to like you. And when I say that, I don't mean physically. I have to like you as a person. I have to be able to laugh with you. Because I like, y'all know me, I laugh and smile all the time. I don't care how pretty you is or how good you are in bed. If we can't walk to the store and have a good conversation, I don't want to be married to you.
Well, you're not gonna be with somebody that's not attractive either.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it takes more than your looks for me to marry a person. If you had an ugly personality, I wouldn't have married you. Ain't no way. But I knew you because we grew up together. I knew you. I knew that me and you were friends. Even if we didn't get married, we would always be friends because we enjoy each other's company. You know what I'm saying? We could hang out. We could go to a barbecue. We didn't have to have sex for me and you to hang out. Remember, we ain't started like that. We would just hang out, kick it. And then, eventually you was like you couldn't resist me, I understand.
Now y'all know that's a lie. That's a lie.
So
Okay.
is this your best friend?
Yes. And sometimes she's my only friend.
What the hell?
Bo, what did I tell you?
Oh, okay.
Happy wife, happy life. Did I tell you that?
Okay.
Alright, so y'all kind of going off the
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah.
So back,
So
I
the
just want to say
subject-
this go back. Is
Testing
The
the
waters.
waters.
I
So-
don't think male or female, if they're not open-minded, if you're an open-minded and adventurous person and your partner's not, everybody, use the word trained, but everybody can't be trained or taught. I don't agree.
You feel like you should test the waters.
Test the waters.
See what you're made of.
Yep. And here again, being a male, if her stuff is a little loose,
Loosey goosey.
God damn.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to do some beeps,
Mm-hmm.
beep,
If-
beep.
You want to test the waters. If you gotta get a 2x4, keep from falling in. Hey,
Hey, but if that's what you like, some men may like that,
some may do.
right? Some, and just like some women may like a smaller man, and some women may need a King Kong.
That's true, because some women say, if he's bigger than whatever, it's too big for me. So, if you get married and he got 12 inches, and you
and that's
only
too
need-
much. Then hey, so you need to test the water, because then if you get married and he's too much and you don't want to do it, hey, sex is a part. It's a part of a woman's job. It's a part of a man's job. Sex is it's a part of it.
Well, I kind of agree with Deb when she said, you really should talk about it. But then when you get into conversations like that, that could lead into other stuff. But if you want to do the right thing and kind of wait until you get married and this is what you guys decide, then you should talk about it. What you into. What's your size? How are you? Just get down into the conversation. See, me, I was not taught like that. I didn't have nobody to tell me.
absolutely.
It was like I was just out there.
Right.
So I just went, got married. I didn't have nobody to tell me the right way. And so I got out there and really just kind of made some mistakes and got messed up. But
Now I'll ask you this. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Deborah. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I ain't gonna necessarily say because my mother was a nurse, And
Let's see
she
what this
scared
tastes
the bejeebus up out of us by
Uh-huh.
coming home bringing books and showing us all type of venereal diseases and all of that stuff. And she laid it out. And said, you see, and if you go do this, it is very good wine. And normally I don't like red wine. But anyway, and you sit there like, ugh, you see all this stuff, but at the same time, when I had my first experience at the age of 16, first boyfriend or whatever, older guy, I always dated guys older than me. I ain't never liked guys younger than me.
So Dr. C, how old are you? She said that she always dated guys older than her.
He's
35.
He's older than me. Yep. They always 3 years or higher. I don't like, the guy. I tried it. It just don't work for me. So, and that was an experience. And for the first time, but things happened in that relationship that has caused me to answer you all the way I did, which is another subject we can talk about another time because I don't have a problem exposing that. But has caused relationship issues with me and him. But he didn't realize it until probably here recently. What happened in the past with that is the reason why some of the things has happened with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I say that because that's why I make that statement. Because having sex at a young age with that person, and what I know now, what I went through, and if I could do it all over again, I would do it all over again. And I just wait.
Okay, so 2 people dating, kicking it, hanging out, best friends. You get married. You had a honeymoon. And y'all done talk. Y'all done discuss size and what you like and this and that and everything. You go to the honeymoon, and in the middle of the action, you sit there watching paint dry.
Bored to death.
Or it's over in 2 minutes.
2.
I'm telling
And
you.
hold on. Here's the other killer for the women. He sleep, and I ain't even done yet.
What do you do about that?
Now, let's go back to young age. I met women that were like, I ain't never had an orgasm.
I've heard that before.
You grown, you been married, you got kids, and you ain't never had an orgasm?
Well,
I bet it's possible.
I've heard that.
So, then I show up. And they look at me like I'm 14 karat stupid. It's like, what's wrong with you? Do you watch porn all day? What's wrong with you?
But that's somebody where their libido is not high. See, that's somebody that does not, maybe don't even have a libido, or it's real low.
And then like she said, I know women who've and guys too, surprisingly, who had their first couple of sexual adventures didn't go right, and it kind of turned them off from sex altogether. And that may stick, even though they may have been 16, 17, 18 years old, at 33, 34, 35, it still affect them.
Yeah.
And that can be both ways. And not just some people, it makes them not want to, but then some people can't get enough of it.
True.
So, once again, should you test the waters before you get married?
Yes.
What do you say? You asking everybody else, what did you say?
Yeah, I say test the waters.
Why?
Because I agree with Dr. C. I don't want to be watching paint. I'm not saying that you got to flip them and do circus tricks, but it should be fun.
Yeah.
Because if it ain't fun, you're not gonna want to do
Okay,
it.
and then another thing, getting back to what she said, and I understand it more better now. If you're having sex before you guys are getting married, what you got after you
After you're
married?
married, yeah. What?
See, it's like there's no excitement there. You're
You're
used to it already. There's no, it's like, oh,
Because it's
you're not
supposed
excited.
to be good, and it's excited, and you want it more, and you can't get enough. And
Okay,
you're looking
but-
at like a pork chop, and you won't keep them, you don't want nobody else to have them.
Okay, but it ain't just about the sex. Where's the part where
It ain't
comes
just the
in,
sex.
where the emotional piece of it?
Yeah, you got
Some women, and I'm one of them women, I want the emotional. I want the cuddling and you love me and rubbing on me. I'm that person because I've been looking for it for a long time because I never received it in my life far as from my father. So, so those things, and when you don't receive it, you feel like you're being rejected. But, you know, that plays a big role that may help also in your relation when you're having sex, because if you feel like this he just gushes all over me, he loves me and he tells me I love you, baby, or just stupid little stuff, you know, random stuff, or call you up on the phone and say, hey babe, you know, it goes through a woman, you know what I mean?
But as he was saying, you have to let him know, hey, I need that. That's something I need. You know, I need for my wife to make me feel important. I need that. I need to feel like she needs me. It ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with sex. I just need to know she need me. If it's something stupid as, could you fix this cabinet? I need to know she need me. I need to know that, you know, that I provide and protect for her. You understand? That makes sense?
So again, it's really back to the same thing. You still have to communicate with each other and tell the other person, this is what, you know, I expect, this is what, you know, I like, this is what I like for you to do. So again, I'm back to what she's saying. If I had known that before, yes, I probably would have done it different. You know, it should be a part where you communicate, you know.
But you
Are
gotta
you
remember, she's
someone that
16, 17,
because we're
ain't that
right, she's not right.
No.
But the question is, should you test the waters? So I mean, you know, be blunt with the person. If you're planning on not sleeping with this person until you get married, you're gonna have to be blunt and just come out. Well, do you like sex? How often do you like to have sex? You know, just come out and just ask. But you know, people don't do that now.
Okay. I hate to interrupt you, but Sandy moved to wherever she's at now, somewhere way out west. I asked her, did you ask your husband if he's open-minded? She said, yeah, I asked him. Okay, what's your open-minded and what's his open-minded?
Right.
You gotta be very
Because
specific.
people say, yeah, and then like you said, okay, let's talk about it. Let's get into details. Because what I say is level 5 may not be what she says level 5. You know, so unless you get into details, you know, and he was still, I stick with my side. You gotta test the waters because people talk shit. And then it's like,
Well, men do that too. Oh yeah, I got this going on. How many times have we heard that? I got this going on. Then one time, boy, you ain't did nothing. What is you talking about?
Well, Les, you know what we didn't talk about. We didn't say. We speaking from our current, pretty much our current situation. But an 18, 19, 20-year-old, cause a lot of young folks are getting together at that age. Some of them don't know what they want.
True.
All they know is that they sexual organ is wants some attention. You know what I'm saying? So they don't necessarily know what they want. I was talking to my youngest son, Aaron. He's 18, and I just asked him, "Are you and your girlfriend having sex?" And his response was like, "Yeah, Dad, you know I'm getting down for mine." You know, I tried not to laugh,
Right.
you know, because I know the seriousness of it.
Absolutely.
You know, because at 19, I had a baby on the way.
Right.
You know, I'm like, so I'm trying to be serious. His response was funny, but at the same time, I realized the seriousness of it. I'm like, I asked him, was he wearing protection? And then I asked him, I said, well, what made y'all want to go all the way? And he looked at me, had a dumb look on his face, and he said, what else was there to do? And that's how, and I realized a lot of young folks are doing that. They testing the waters not because they thinking about getting married. They testing the waters because their sexual organ is calling for it.
And with the young people nowadays, it's the end thing to do.
Yeah.
If you ain't having sex, you a geek, you a nerd, whatever, you know. And they don't have no rhyme or reason on why they having sex except for
Just
everybody's doing it. You know.
Pleasure.
Everybody's doing it, so I'll do it.
It's your pleasure, you know. That's really the bottom line. Even though we say, should you test the waters before you get married? The truth is, most people test the waters and don't even be thinking about marriage. They're thinking about pleasing their body.
Well, I guess you really can't make a broad statement because, like you say, at 21, they just jackrabbits it. You know, they ain't even looking for a long-term relationship. You know, she looked good today, and next week somebody else looked good.
Well, now, that also depends on upbringing. Because there are some young ladies who, my oldest children's mother, she came from that home where it was mom and dad. She was the baby of 7 kids. They've been married 50 years, and that's what she wanted. You know, so she already knew in her head, I want what my parents have. Where both my mother and father got married at 19 and 16. They didn't have a baby till they was 35, but unfortunately, both of them passed before I was old enough to get schooled. You know, I didn't have my father to tell me this is how it's done, or my mother to say this is how it's done. So I was left to my uncles, and you know how that was. And you know, so circumstances also have play a part in it.
That's true, I agree with you, because I ain't gonna lie to you, and he'll tell you, growing up in a single family home and just seeing the brokenness, I never did want to get married because I didn't want to end up being divorced. Just seeing what I went through as a young person, being a latchkey kid at 9 years old, and you know, having to come in the house and lock the door behind you because my siblings are older than me, and just the thought of, you know, parents not being together, you seeing other I had several other friends that grew up single family homes and stuff, and I was like, never want to get married because I don't want to end up like that. And then I ended up getting married, and I didn't even want kids. Didn't want none of that. I wanted to go off down south somewhere and start up a business and do me. But you're right, the bringing and stuff of how we was brought up. Now my grandmother and her husband been married for years, but I didn't never see love. I never saw affection. Never saw him kiss her, hug her, none of that.
Boy, that's important.
Yeah. So, and then on my dad's side, like yourself, he was the oldest of, it was 4 of them. His parents died when he was 9 years old, raised by grandparents, and they all got split up, all the kids by relatives. So the grandparents who we knew, you know, we didn't see the love there either on that side. So, you know, which it affects you when you don't see that, you know. And which again brings it back to the point of how things have affected you and your relationship, and how things, you know, I can see it clearly now, you know, because I take ownership in my part of what may have went wrong or what has gone wrong, you know. And the first step is acceptance and being able to understand that. But You're right, Mark. It does stem from what you've seen and what environment you was brought up in.
Now, the one thing that me and Bo had in our favor, watching Granddad, because he took care of everything. So we seen that. We understood the provide part, but what we didn't understand, we understood the provide for, have the house, have the car, buy the food. We understood that, but what we did not maybe understand was provide love. Provide love, protect the heart. We might didn't see that. We most definitely knew what it was to provide. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because we seen that. We ain't seen nothing else. We seen that.
That's good. So, we back again to the same question. So Dr. C says, yes, test the waters, test it out. He has to see how is it before he gets in it. Huh?
Right.
He said, test that thing, test the waters. Deb said, no. She gonna wait. She's got to wait, and we gotta do some communication.
Yes.
Me, I'm kind of like, I really need to test the waters too, because, I done had some issues. I gotta make sure you know what you're doing, because we're gonna have some problems, because Lady A will go the other way to get satisfied, and she's not getting her needs met, so, we gotta talk that thing out. I'm not ashamed. That's just the way it is. It will cause issues. It will cause issues.
There's tons. She probably came out probably 3 years before y'all did. She loves sex. She a freak. She love it. She love it. But plain Jane, boring. Don't do this. Don't do that. But in her mind, she a freak. She want it every day, but
she
with
boring.
no extras.
Yeah, just this one
But
lady.
then her and her husband he didn't, all he wanted to do was sit around and drink beer all day. It's like they got married and the sex stopped.
Oh, that's terrible.
So even though she was plain Jane boring, it didn't matter because he wasn't doing nothing because she basically had to rape him to get it.
And you say plain Jane boring. Now that could be a part of it too, because like you said, if I'm a level 5 type guy, I want to hang from the chandeliers, and all you want to do is
10.
just.
That's 10.
Oh, okay. But if I want to hang from the chandeliers, and all you want to do is just lay there, I'm going to get bored with you. That don't mean I'm going to go out and find somebody else, but I may just not be interested in having sex with you anymore because it's boring.
Right. How many women that's uncomfortable with their body and turn the lights out? Why we gotta do it in the dark like vampires? Because if we talking about before marriage, obviously your body ain't an issue for me if we talking about marriage. Now if it's just a hit and quit it, I don't care, lights on, lights out, you'll get what you get, you out anyway. But if it's your girlfriend, you like her, yada, yada, yada. In which I understand. Females and their body. Females are uncomfortable with their body a lot of times.
Even though we might think it look good on them, but they may not think it look good on them.
Right. So, I guess I answered my own question on the male's part. He should be sensitive that she's uncomfortable with her body and turn the lights out. But it's kind of like,
okay, Dr. C, I have a question. Why does the lights have to be on? Let's start right there.
Because
wait a minute, I'm asking Dr.
we visual. And if we crazy about that pork chop, we want to see that pork chop and look at that pork chop.
Yeah, we want to see it.
And stick our tongue in nasty little cracks and crevices.
On the pork chop.
That's nasty. But okay. That's nasty.
Now, okay. So
see that will see because it's you not a level 10, you a level 2.
I'm now level 2. What level am I, Mark?
Highest you want to be, honey.
Okay.
Okay, here's something. Summertime. You been out all day. and you want to go home and get in it. And she say, well, I'm dirty. I want to take a shower. Take a shower? What the fuck?
Let's get busy.
We ain't taking no shower. We about to get dirty anyway.
No, now it's a little different from women.
No.
Women, yes, women have to make sure that they're clean.
Well, now
Well, because the guy with the sweatiness and, you know, you having sex, that can cause, you know, some bacteria issues.
Okay, if you
so
got,
we can't all the time just,
if
you know,
you got
just do
chemical
that.
imbalance that our sweat don't cause a problem, I understand that. But no, I ain't sitting here whistling Dixie wait for you to go take a shower.
let's do it right now. Well, you
No.
can always jump in the shower with them. You can always do that.
That wasn't the vision on the way home. On the way home, the vision was we go open the door, I'll bend over the couch, and we going at it. Period.
Deborah, what do you have to say about this?
Okay. You come home from
this
you
situation
come home
happened.
from work, she there washing dishes, and you look at her, and you just gotta have it.
Yeah, you ain't got time for no shower.
No, you ain't got time for a shower.
It's going down right now.
Yeah.
Here, honey, have another drink.
Now I'll admit, now
But okay,
I'm a little
say-
dirty when I come home sometimes. I understand.
Right, and the work that you do.
I'm a
all right,
little
now
dirty.
you see, tell everybody the kind of work. Don't nobody want that thing going inside
Right.
with that.
But
You've been
Well, as long as he wash his hands.
That's,
Right.
and that stuff get in your pores, and
okay, it's Saturday. We've been out all day.
that's different.
Pork chop.
That's different.
Did I tell you why I got married?
Why did you
Oh
get
my
married?
God.
Because she can make a hell of a pork chop.
I can tell.
Oh, yes, you're
I
mess
can
right.
tell.
Now, not to change the subject, but he ain't getting either. When he was telling me all about it, because she was living out of town. She was living in Lexington. We was here in Ohio. And he was telling me about it. He met this girl. I actually was starting to think he was making her up. You know. And finally, remember y'all you was staying on Duck Creek. Remember that?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
great.
Well,
That-
I was thinking about the other place, yeah.
That's when I first met her.
Because you ain't go to that place.
You had moved out of there.
And I knew right then. I said, uh-oh.
And that's
She
crazy
had sprung.
because at the time,
She had him sprung, huh?
I was not interested in dating, wanting to be bothered because I had just gotten out of a terrible relationship. And I wanted to concentrate on me and focus on me. I was back in school, working 2 and 3 jobs. I was just saving my money because I was heading down south. I knew when I left school that I was never going to stay in Lexington. I knew that all my life. If you look back at old books that I wrote in, because I journal a lot, I've always wanted to be that person to go away and start. I knew I wasn't going to stay there. What I did not know was this. Kids, and no, this was never my future. Never, never, ever. But like I told y'all before, another girl that worked with me was interested in him, but she was scared to talk to him. And you know, I'm just Deborah. I don't care. I ain't scared of nothing. So I'm trying to help her out. And this person, I didn't realize was eyeing me and telling Alan, his partner at work, talking about me this whole time. And I'm trying to talk to him about her. And I said, she wants your number. Can I get your number so I can give it to her? Because she's getting my nerves keep coming down to my floor. So, and he's like, no, I'll give you my number. I won't give her number. I said, oh, no, I don't do that. I don't step out on my friends. Even though they hadn't talked to them, I just don't do that. That's a girl code. Mm-hmm. Not with all women.
Right.
Not with all. But I'm that way. So, you know, and I was like, and I told him, I said, I'll be honest with you. I'm not interested in a relationship right now. I've been in some terrible relationships. And not that I've sworn away from it. I just want to know, I want to concentrate on me. Because something obviously is not going right. So I'd rather just walk away and just get myself together. Plus, I was so young being in a relationship. The first relationship was 4 years, my whole high school year, and it was abusive. So that right there was a lot. Then I get with somebody else, and it wasn't right either. So it was like a domino, and I had to put the brakes on. I'm done. I can't take it no more. So, and I told him I'm not interested. I'm not looking to date. I'm trying to do me. He wasn't hearing it. He was down on that floor. He supposed to be up in the ceiling working, and he's talking to me. I'm supposed to be out on the floor passing out trays and stuff. And then, the conversation was phenomenal. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm used to, and I'm be honest, messing with street niggas. That's what I dated. And this, for me, was totally different.
Oh, he fooled you.
And I was like, okay, maybe I need to change up the style of man I'm going for. I said, he ain't even my type.
He's a hard working man.
Yeah,
That's what you thought.
I'm like, he's corny. Seriously. I'm like, he ain't tall. He ain't this. I was like, nah. So the conversation was very interesting when he talked. Now, you can't get him to say 2 words. But anyway, and what really intrigued me, because it was just conversation for the longest time, right? So then, he's a mess. He did. You waited. Don't try it like you
Wait,
didn't.
Dr. C?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he waited.
Yeah,
Because
he
he
did.
was telling me.
Yes, you did.
Well, let's stick to the subject. Sex before marriage. No, I
Okay.
didn't wait.
But
No, what I'm saying, I didn't jump in the bed with you right off the bat.
No.
Okay, I was 20. Life is long. I had time.
Yeah, you got to know her. But you let her get to know you.
Yeah.
You wanted her to see.
Yeah, one no hurry. But that ain't the same as getting married.
But he had other side chicks.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yes, you do.
No.
All right, get the wine. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the wine that we have, Mark.
It's really good.
Oh, this is an excellent wine. It's a
Could you sit back? You blocking me.
That sounds like a
This is an excellent wine. It's a red Electra Moscato. You can get it at just about any store. I can't remember where we bought it, but I like
You
sweet
didn't buy
wine.
that. Actually, it was a gift.
Was it?
Yes, someone gave that to us. It was a gift. So I don't know where they purchased it at.
Well, bless them.
It's really good though.
No,
What's
this
the
is
name
not,
of it,
this is
Mark?
not that one. This
Well,
is
here,
one.
let
I
me
know
bless
that
it.
was given to us. I know that. Both of the bottles that you have, it was given to you. What's the name of the wine that you have? People might
Red
want to look at it.
Electra
You need to
Moscato.
describe. See, he's not a wine. Hand me the bottle, dear. I'll let you pour it, and then I'll explain how it's supposed to be explained.
And that's another thing. In a relationship, you have to let your partner be whoever they think they are. And don't say nothing, whether you're right or wrong. Because, see, if it ain't doing you no good, keep
I
your
didn't say
mouth
that I
shut.
wanted a refill.
Once again,
I did.
that's my job to provide you a refill, honey. Don't you worry. I know what you need, baby. That's my job. You see, you got to learn your wife and your husband. You got to learn them. See, so I knew you wanted to refill, even if you don't want to refill. Here, sweetie.
All right, so I love wine. This is called Red Electra Moscato. If any of you guys, if you like sweet wine, Moscato is one of the sweetest wines.
It is.
If you get Moscato, it's going to be sweet.
Yeah.
Now, Moscato also has, they have white wine as well. Did you know that?
No. did not know
Yes, you learned something. Moscato does have white wine as well. But this right here, some of the wines that you get, Moscato is a little, maybe like a bitter taste to it sometimes. But this, it is light and it's real sweet. I'm surprised.
Me too.
I'm
Very
surprised
sharp.
that this is the first time that I've tasted this. This is real good. So guys, try this if
What's
you
the
like.
name up here?
I don't know. That's called Quaddy.
Quaddy.
It's called Quaddy. That, I guess that's the name of the company.
Quaddy.
Spell
Quaddy.
it out.
Quady.
Man, that was teamwork.
Yeah. So that's
See?
the name
See
of
what
the
happened
company.
when
So
you
try
marry the
it.
right person?
It's called Red Electra Moscato. It's very good. Make sure you have some cheese. We didn't have cheese today, but maybe we'll get cheese next time. Yeah.
You should
So
have told me.
very
Yeah,
good
cheese.
wine.
Now, before we close this out, this is a conversation that we decided to have, and we wanted to have it with another married couple, some close friends, because and we chose them specifically because I know that they was going to be honest and tell the truth. You know, some people, you know, don't want to say, yeah, test the waters. And if you don't want to test the waters, that's all right. That's okay. It's about choice. But we believe, me and Bo, that if you don't test the waters and the sex ain't good, there's a pretty good chance you are not going to stay married. And I know some of y'all are saying sex is not the most important part of marriage, and we agree with that. But it is very, very important. And I'll let you guys close this out. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, you
Once
want me to
again, I appreciate
Oh,
it.
no problem.
All right, guys. So we're getting ready to close this out. The name of this show is Wine and Dine Relationships. You will be able to watch these episodes on YouTube, the Atmosphere Changers
Our
YouTube
Atmosphere
channel.
Changers YouTube channel, and we'll upload it to our Atmosphere Changer Facebook page.
All right. So stay tuned. Do you guys have anything to say? Dr. C, what do you want to leave with us
Come
today?
on, Dr. C, close us out.
Test.
Deborah, what you want to say?
You know, of course, and like I said, you know, the old me, yes, the new me, no. Preference. It's your personal preference, and when it really comes down to it, you know, everybody's different. You know, there's situations behind why people may answer things the way they do, and mine personally is, like I said, the old me, yes, the new me, no. So that's all I got to say there.
All right.
As an atmosphere changer, we believe as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As he continues to think, so shall he remain. Change your thoughts, change your life. See you guys on the next episode.
See you soon.
See ya.
See ya.